Good morning guys, and welcome to the cold windy beaches of England here in Weston-Super-Mare. Now this seaside town has somewhat of a mixed reputation, it's safe to say. Some people love it, some people hate it, and some people even call it Western-Super-Nightmare. Once a thriving town back in the day is now being called a dump with a sea view. So I've come here to show you what it's really like. Welcome to Weston-Super-Mare. Let's go.
Disclosure!
What's it like?
This is shithole.
This is home. Pretty grim.
So Weston-Super-Mare, basically a lot of it looks like this. And in this video, we're going to find out why. And the best way to do that is to meet a local and get stuck right in. And that is why I've been joined here by Joe. Joe,
Mate, how you doing?
thank you for inviting me, mate,
Pleasure, mate.
to
Pleasure.
Weston.
Welcome to Weston-Super-Mare.
And what's your story?
So I grew up in Weston. I don't live here anymore, so I'm back now to show you, Backpacker Ben, the delights of Weston-Super-Mare.
Let's do it, mate.
Let's go.
Now, there's a lot of people here struggling in Weston-Super-Mare. There's a big homeless situation here. I mean, Joe, look at this. You've got people,
I know.
I mean, it's their homes. They've got their sleeping bags on the benches. And there's a group here in front of us.
There is indeed, mate.
We're now going to have a little chat with them. What's your name, sorry?
Deborah.
Deborah.
Yeah.
And what's your story? You're from Weston-Super-Mare?
I'm from Weston-Super-Mare. My mum is in Weston, my son. And I had a house in Palmer Street, and the landlord said he was selling it, so I got served a Section 21.
Right.
And they said, stay there till the bitter end and they will find you somewhere. And on the day, it was lucky I put everything in storage. On the day it was said they would house us, they didn't. So I've been sleeping in tents, I've got photos.
No way.
Everywhere I've been, I've had eviction notices, you've seen.
Brilliant.
And I've been homeless since June, and I still am.
Are you from Weston-Super-Mare?
Yep.
And how is it?
Duty of care doesn't exist. And I served 5 years in the British Army. And 5 months, nothing.
Really?
Not even a night.
Now, here's a prime example how this town hasn't changed in 30, 40, 50 years. I mean, look at this. This used to be the famous pier back in the day. But look at the state of it now. Just been left to rot here on the sea. I mean, my camera doesn't do it justice, but this is the old walking pier. You said
1867, mate, that was built. And it served the purpose of being a dock for the old paddle steamer that would come across from Cardiff Bay, and it would bring the Welsh over to Weston for their day trips.
Come here, get pissed up, and then they leave.
Yeah, that's right, mate. So on a Sunday, drinking was actually totally banned in Wales. So that served a huge purpose for the Welsh. Bring them over, have a knees up, and get back before sundown.
Christ, and now look at it, mate.
I know, mate.
Look at this place. I mean, you can picture it back in the day. Like 40, 50 years ago, people would queue up here, get a ticket, and go to the pier. Look at it now. Look at that down there. It's all boarded up. And then you've got the walkway that goes to the famous pier, which is, of course, been left to die. Now, typical English culture is you go to the pub, have a pint, and have a chat with your boys. But here in Weston, I mean, look at this one here. Joe, what's happened, mate?
Mate, back in my day, this was thriving. This was the old Major's pub.
But now,
Bit of a shocker.
I mean, look at it. Look at the entrance. There's a trolley at the front. What has happened? And there's just crap everywhere. Look at this. So this back in the day, these lovely hotels, homes, all boarded up, blocked off, can't even get in them, and just falling apart. And look at that for a view. You would pay top dollar for a view like that. I mean, it doesn't look very nice right now during the winter, but during the summer, lovely beachfront property. Look at it, Joe. What's going on, mate?
Mate, that's Weston. Welcome to Weston.
So this is just closed down.
Closed down. Left to rot. There's a bit of a trend going on here, isn't there?
There is, certainly.
Left abandoned and left to rot.
Mate, let's get deeper in.
Yes,
let's
mate.
go to the front of this.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah,
I'll
this
show
way?
You the front. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get closer in. This is the front of the hotel. It's called Dauntsey's. I mean, you can picture it back in the day once again. Look at this, these carvings. Beautiful. All the windows are boarded up, smashed in. Look at these doors. My God. This is the UK, guys. Maybe people from America are watching this thinking, surely not. But this is it. This is the United Kingdom. My first time in Weston-Super-Mare.
Okay.
It's got a bit of a mixed reputation. How is it for you?
It seems okay. I mean, it's like a lot of seaside sort of towns these days, so they don't have the sort of grandeur they maybe had 50 years ago. But yeah, it's okay. You do get a little bit of a sort of a reputation when you have people come to the seaside for essentially rehabilitation.
Absolutely.
A lot of the time, but I mean that's just how it is these days.
But they say nothing's changed really, and oh my god.
Disclosure is key. Disclosure!
Disclosure?
No idea, man.
I've just bumped into Will, part German, part English. He's grew up here in Weston. Mate, what's your story?
19 years, wouldn't change it, but I think as you can probably see, it's a bit crap, I can't lie.
It's a bit grim, mate. Well, you're 20 now, right?
Yeah.
And the older you get, to realise there's not many opportunities here.
For like, as a kid, it was always nice something by the beach, but yeah, there's no, for us like teens and early adults, there's no future around here.
Not much going on, mate.
No.
Now, behind me is a massive man-made pool. It's bloody huge. Right next to the huge beach of Weston-Super-Mare. However, it's currently closed, gated up, and no one's allowed in. And why is that, Joe?
Well, last year, mate, there was high levels of E. coli found in the water. I think they've closed it now. I think they're removing the silt from the bottom, and I think then they're going to refill.
There you go. Toxic pools here in
I
Weston-Super-Mare.
wouldn't advise a swim, mate.
Definitely not. Hence why no one's in there. And it's also bloody freezing.
Notice up there. They tell you that it's going to be closed for 21 days. I don't know if you want to film the notice.
Oh, okay. No problem. 21 days. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Joe, that lovely lady has said, go film the sign.
Yeah.
Which shows basically this is closed for another 21 days when apparently it's open again.
Really?
Let's go check it
Let's
out.
go and check it out then.
Well, what do you know, mate? She was right. Emergency closure notice. Maybe there's another leakage of E. coli.
There you go, mate.
Who knows?
Well, it doesn't bode well, does it?
No, it does not. But there you go. 21 days, it will be open again.
Perfect.
Joe, where are we, mate?
Well, mate, we're on the back streets. We're just off the high street, and to be honest with you, I was hoping to bring you here and show you some of the cool little backstreet bars, but no, we've walked into an abandoned dump once again.
Absolutely.
It's
I mean,
a
this
shocker,
pub
mate.
is completely boarded up. And then down here, well, you can see the history. Look at this. This would have been back from the 70s, 80s, and all sorts.
It's the old theatre there, Ben.
The old theatre. Let's get closer to the old theatre. So we're next to the old theatre and next to some old pubs. And as you can see, I mean, Joe, it's seen better days, mate. This back in the day would have been beautiful. It's probably 200 years old, this building. But now, it's all boarded up. They've got a door as a window. Look at that. Right next to the old Cheers pub. Classic Cheers. Great TV show. I mean, mate, what's going on?
This was thriving back in my day. We're talking 10, 15 years ago, Ben. But you would have had hundreds of people out here on a Saturday and a Friday night outside the bars here. Have you seen him on the video?
No way. I've come to film Weston-Super-Mare.
How long you been in Afghanistan, you?
I was there 2 years ago. No, 1 year ago.
Hold on, guys. This is golden. I've got to get this.
Watch your video on the Facebook.
Yeah, no way.
They come to Weston-Super-Mare.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
they come from?
Plymouth, down the road.
Oh,
Yeah. How long have you been here?
Nearly 2 years.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you like it?
That's good, enjoy.
Where are you from in Afghanistan originally?
Originally I'm from Kunar, he's Kabul.
Ah, Kabul, okay.
Yeah.
I like Kabul, it was good. But not now, maybe not so safe now. Yeah, it's probably safer in Weston-Super-Mare.
Now Weston-Super-Mare is
Yeah.
because they are from
But do you prefer it here or do you prefer it in Afghanistan?
here.
You prefer it here?
Yeah, here.
Awesome. More abandoned shops here. Don't know what this name was. They got Western discounts here, boarded up. Jimmy's Cafe here, another place. And yet again, here by the seafront, you just got abandoned stores. And it's been there for so long and abandoned, the shutters have gone rusty. Oxford Corner Restaurant. God knows when this closed down.
I'm a local and I grew up in Weston, but I've not been back in a number of years now, mate. And I'm shocked. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I was bringing my mate here to try and sort of dispel some of the rumours about Weston and the reputation that it has. I'm not doing very well here, mate. I'm not doing very well at dispelling those rumours. What do you think? How's Weston?
It did sort of go down really quite badly. But then they put the new seafront on.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, the I don't know what you
The new
call it.
promenade area.
Promenade,
Walkway,
yeah. One or two of the hotels have disappeared and been renewed.
I just took Ben down to see the old Daunceys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dauncey Hotel, yeah. Bit of protein powder there if anyone wants it. Beers, McFlurries. Another abandoned pub here, Joe.
Mate, I know, it's sad to see, buddy. This was one of my old haunts, this was the Dragon back in my day, and now, common theme of Weston, abandoned.
Abandoned, mate. Rest in peace, the Dragon. Look at the state of this thing. They call it, apparently, you said they call it the Carrot?
The Carrot, mate. A serious bone of contention amongst the locals, that is, mate.
It's hideous,
What a waste
mate.
of taxpayers' money, that is.
Look at that.
It's ridiculous, isn't
Looks like a spaceship. There you go, the Carrot of Western-Super-Mare.
I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you, okay, brother?
Yes, I was in Bangladesh 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, Dhaka, Sylhet, Chittagong,
Oh,
yeah.
I visit different place, yeah? Oh.
So do you live in Weston?
Yeah, I live in Western almost 1 year.
1 year?
1 year.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer Bangladesh or do you prefer Western-Super-Mare?
I really love this area.
Yeah?
Because people is very quiet and very polite.
Yes.
As well as I'm walking the restaurant. So I think so feeling is better for me.
Nice to talk to you, mate. Good man.
Thank you very much,
bro.
mate.
Bless you.
Thank you very much.
Shukriya.
Thank you, son.
Shukriya. Alhamdulillah.
Now, Weston isn't all bad. It's not all abandoned, not all boarded up. There are lovely old Victorian buildings here, still standing. People are still living in them. However, just around the corner from these lovely buildings, Joe, what have you just told me?
Well, there's a rehab on the corner. There's more rehabs in Weston than anywhere else in the UK.
In the whole of the UK?
The whole of the UK.
Here in Weston?
Here in Weston. The small seaside town of Weston-Super-Mare. There's more rehabs than anywhere else in the UK.
No, I can't exactly film it, but we just walked past the rehab centre. Joe, there's probably about 50 people queuing up.
Yeah, there's a huge problem with substance abuse in the town. Ben, come this way, mate.
Where are we going?
I'll take you down the alleyways of Weston.
The alleyways of Weston.
Right. Seriously though, go steady, mate. I'm not just saying this for camera, but just go steady.
Oh, Jesus, mate.
Or could be things that we certainly don't want to be standing on.
Right.
Got quite the whiff to it.
It is
hasn't it, mate?
stinking down here. My God.
Yeah, just go steady. We've got some bin leakage here.
Guys, if you could smell what I'm smelling, you'll understand. What a place.
This is England, guys.
This is England, and it's like this in a lot of places. Right, get me out of here. I've seen enough of this place.
It's not looking good, Ben, is it, mate?
Joe, mate, what's going on here?
Buddy. There was a big hotel here back in the day, but that burnt down, I think, in the 2000s.
It burned down?
Mate, and yeah, well, it's just been left, isn't it?
I mean, look at
Demolished and completely left.
Another place that's left to rot. I have been joined by a fellow content creator, Wessex Nomad, also called Joe. Mate, you grew up here.
Yep.
What's it like?
It's a shithole. There's a lot of quirks about it. There's a lot of things to like about it, but in the most part, it's deprived. It's a shithole. It's you see some interesting sights growing up around here.
I certainly have. What's this building behind you?
Oh, this was once a huge clothes shop, TJ Hughes'. It's been closed down now, just boarded up like that for at least 10 years or more.
10 years? Just left here?
Just left it.
Right in the city centre?
Oh yeah, but that's Weston for you. I mean, it's a dying little town with not much business going on. As seaside resorts get less and less popular because more and more people are flying abroad,
yes,
and everything else, there's little opportunity for a big building like this to actually make some profit. So that's why that crumbled, and that's why businesses around this town are just crumbling. It's just around about 2010, I noticed.
Yeah.
It really started to die down. Nightclubs all along it. Now half the nightclubs aren't even there.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah, just so you just saw like one bar after another getting boarded up. One
shame,
nightclub
mate.
after another getting boarded up, and one restaurant after another getting boarded up, and eventually you see like other like pointless shops, like I don't know, phone bit shops pop up out of nowhere, you know, stuff like that. And that's Weston now.
Mate, rough, innit?
Pretty rough. Pretty rough.
I'm going to say it on camera.
Go for it.
This is a lot better than what the last time I was in Weston. Honestly, guys, you would not believe This is Western after a clean-up by the look of it.
Next to me is the old plaza here in Weston, the old cinema basically. It looks abandoned, I'll show you in a minute. It's all boarded up, but it's still open. And you can go see the classic. It's still showing the old movies, Monty Python, and you can get a ticket for just £5. Absolute bargain. But this is it. This is the cinema. I mean, look at it. It's all boarded up. Right to the end. Mate.
It's not appealing, mate, is it?
It's not at all. But it is still open, so if you fancy come to see Monty Python on the weekend, you know where to go. Look at the windows, look. All bloody boarded up. Here we go, guys. More abandoned, closed down businesses. You got Prezzo, the famous pasta bar here in the UK, closed down. This is apparently open, the comedy club. And I don't know what this is, but this is definitely closed. Right, it's time to show you the famous pier of Weston-Super-Mare. Basically the landmark of the place. But right in front of it, another running theme in the video, another abandoned store. Yet again, it looks like it's been closed for many years. Charlie's Sweet Factory. Didn't work out for whatever reason, but yeah, it's completely closed down. So now we're going to cross the road. I'm going to show you in the distance there, the Grand Pier of Weston-Super-Mare. Right, Joe, do you want to do the honours, mate, and lead me into the Grand Pier, Weston-Super-Mare?
I would love to, Ben. Let's see
get
if it's
in there.
open firstly.
Yeah, I think it's closed actually.
Are you guys closed?
Oh, Jesus, never mind. Well, there you go. Unfortunately, it's closed, the pier, so I can't show you that. But basically, it's your typical English pier. All these seaside towns in the UK have them. I showed you the one in Jaywick when I was with Timmy and Mr. Bold, and I showed you the one in Torquay last year when I filmed the UK. But there it is, on the water, in the distance, the Grand Pier of Weston-Super-Mare.
I used to go to school with Tom. Hello. And I'm here now with him. And Tom, tell me your story, mate. How long have you been on the streets for?
I was on the streets for about 2.5 years, well, nearly 2 years.
It's terrible, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And likewise, guys, is it the same for you?
Yeah.
Well, my
Nobody cares.
I was born and bred in this town, and no one wants to know.
And I'll be honest, you guys, I've been stood here now with these guys for the last 10 minutes, mate. Really friendly. We've had a lovely, lovely chat. You know, and it's just sad. It's sad. And people forget. People walk past on the street and they cast an eye, but they forget. A lot of people are only one paycheck away from being here. It's sad. And these people need to be remembered and helped.
Right then, that was the town centre of Weston-Super-Mare. I am shocked, honestly. But as a Brit, I know what it's like in a lot of these places around the UK. And unfortunately here in Weston-Super-Mare, there's a lot of problems. And yeah, let me know. Is that what you expect when you think of an English seaside town? Probably not. Oh, some big ones here, mate.
Bloody heck.
Oof. 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 The roads here are shocking. I've seen some bad roads in my time. Mate, Western-Super-Nightmare. It's true.
Oh, I know, mate. I'm literally going 5 miles an hour.
Look at these roads.
And we're in a big Ford Transit van as well, Ben.
Potholes, massive.
Potholes galore, mate.
Council, sort it out. Your roads are shit. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I know.
I hope the camera's doing it justice,
I am
mate.
going 15 miles an hour now.
So then, my time in Weston-Super-Mare with Joe has come to an end. I've spent about 5 hours walking around, met some interesting people, but I've met a lot of friendly people. It's safe to say, this is some of the friendliest people I've met on my UK travels, here in Weston, good people here, and hopefully I've shown you what it's like for a lot of people living in this seaside town. Joe, thank you once again, mate.
No problem at all, mate. My pleasure.
Joe has been filming this as well. I'm going to link his channel below. Go check it out and see what it's like for him living here in Weston-Super-Mare. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.